Today is going to be an amazing day, full of fun rides and overpriced food. I throw back my blankets, feeling wide awake, and get ready. After eating a hearty breakfast, I hop on my bike and head to the train station. I spot Valerie on the platform. She greets me with a hug and hopefully a kiss after that hug too.
Hey you, ready for our date?
Of course I am. But are you?
Are you kidding? This is the highlight of my week.
What a coincidence, mine too. I grin. I like your enthusiasm. The train soon arrives and we climb aboard. Valerie claims a window seat and watches the trees zip by. I wonder what she's thinking about. The gentle roar of the engines relaxes me and soon lulls me to sleep, but I just got up. Valerie shakes me awake when we arrive.
Wake up, sleepyhead. We're here.
I understand you're very excited. I shouldn't have fallen asleep, and I'm sorry. I blink the sleep out of my eyes and follow Valerie off the train. That is a very bright and colorful amusement park. Oh, my eyes. It's so bright. As we exit the station, I can see the colorful rails of roller coasters twisting around each other. Every few seconds, screams permeate the air as a coaster whizzes past. The Ferris wheel towers above the rest of the attraction, like a beacon guiding visitors to their destination. Marvelous World hangs above the entrance in huge letters. We have a Marvelous World back in the States too, which I haven't been to since I was young. I wonder if this one will be similar to the American one. Valerie grabs my hand and squeals.
How cool is that? Let's go!
She takes off running towards the entrance, dragging me behind her. After we pay for our tickets and get past the main gates, Valerie slowly spins in a circle, drinking in the sights around her.
What should we do first?
I squint at the map in my hands. The spinning ride, the roller coaster, must eat everything. Well, let's do a roller coaster. Sylar doesn't do spinning rides. No, if it goes in a circle, no, roller coaster. One thing this park does not skimp on is roller coasters. I want to go on a roller coaster.
Yes, that sounds fun. Which one?
I'm not sure. You pick. I hand the map over to Valerie, which she ignores. Instead, she looks up at the sky.
I want to go on that red one.
I look to where she's pointing, then consult the map. That one is the Dragon's Roar.
Ooh, it already sounds promising.
Following the map, we make our way towards the ride. As we get closer, I can see all the twists and turns, and at one point, we even go upside down. Whoa, that's pretty intense. We get in line, and then climb into the car and get strapped in. My feet are dangling off the ground and Valerie swings her legs excitedly. Suddenly, the ride jerks to a start and slowly climbs higher and higher. My heart beats faster in anticipation and pumps wildly when we pause. The beginning of the ride is shaped like a large dragon's mouth. We hear a sucking noise as if breathing in air, then when the exhale comes, we shoot forward at lightning speed. Whoa, poker face. I mean, it's a roller coaster. We get into it. A hoarse scream rips out of my throat as we go speeding along the rails. Valerie shrieks beside me, a huge smile on her face. In a blink of an eye, the ride slows to a stop and we file out. My heart gradually calms down as we walk back to the main path. Valerie grins playfully.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Of course. Definitely one of the better ones I've been on. Valerie grins.
What do you want to do next?
The spinning ride or must eat everything? Well, I guess we kinda do them all, it seems. You know, Sylar might not do the spinning ride, but MC does the spinning ride. Spinning ride first, then eat everything later. A lot of people hate the spinning ride, but it's my favorite. I point to it on the map. No, it's not my favorite. This one, the breakfast scrambler. Nah.
Okay, lead the way.
I follow the map and weave through the park. Valerie holds onto my hand, half smiling at the attractions and half avoiding walking into people. When we arrive, she squeals again.
This is so cute.
While waiting in line, she stakes out which plate she wants to ride. When it's our turn to file on, she heads straight towards the pink plate and sits between two strips of bacon while I sit on a scrambled egg opposite her. Don't forget to hold on. She grins and grabs onto the wheel in the middle, giddy with excitement. As the ride jerks to a start, the two of us twist the wheel as quickly as possible and spin so quickly, I feel as if we're going to fly off into the distance. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again! Valerie laughs as the wind whips her hair. Eventually, the ride stops, but the world keeps on spinning. On unsteady legs, we stumble off the ride. Valerie giggles when she stumbles into me.
It's like being drunk.
Yes, it is. We make our way to the nearest bench and plop down. Valerie leans on me.
That was fun.
Yeah, I love that ride. I'm kind of surprised you do too. Nikki hates it.
Really? It's kind of topsy-turvy. Like you're rebelling against your own body and trying to do your own thing. Right now, my body's trying to catch up with my brain.
Mine too, and mine's gonna take a very long time. That's an interesting way to view it. I'm just glad nobody puked. Valerie wrinkles her nose.
I don't even want to think about that.
Which is why we saved the food for later.
Okay, my turn to choose.
Valerie grabs my hand and weaves through the crowd of people. Where are we going?
You'll see.
I don't like when you do that. I mean, I do, but at the same time. I blindly follow Valerie as she expertly dodges people. If I were small and petite, I could slip between people too. But I'm not, so it's a good thing she's holding on to me. Eventually, she pauses in front of the Ferris wheel. We get in line, then she disappears for a second. Where did she go? I don't have to worry long, though, before she returns as if nothing had happened. I mean, she does tend to do that. Once our turn is up, we slip into the seat and pull the bar down around us. Then, the wheel gently begins to turn, and we rise above the park. The people look like ants on the ground, scurrying back and forth, shuffling in lines. The storefronts and stalls look like blocks from children's toys. Valerie stares below.
Doesn't everything feel so surreal from up here? All the small things seem so insignificant.
Yeah. As soon as we reach the peak, the wheel jerks to a stop. Is this a part of it? Valerie doesn't answer, but looks at me. What did you do? What are the odds of us getting stuck up here? It's like every single rom-com out there. She smirks.
I know. I asked the guy to do this.
That's supposed to be my job. Why did you take my role from me again? Okay, I deserve to be a little wooed. Especially when you have an image like that. She slips her hands around my arm.
Romantic, right?
How did you get him to do that? She looks up at me, smiles alluringly, and bats her eyelashes. Ah, I see. I thought you just paid him off.
I wish I had that kind of money to burn. But at least I've still got my charms.
You act as if they went somewhere. Well, not everyone can be as charming as you. Valerie blushes slightly, then kisses me. Now I've been charmed too.
You're not the only one.
Kiss her or hold her close? That's really a tough question. I put my arm around her and pull her close to me, then kiss her again as the world fades away. In this moment, there is only us and the clouds. All too soon, the Ferris wheel begins moving again, and we're safely returned to the ground. Valerie and I continue to explore all the park has to offer. We alternate between riding more rides and checking out the merchandise. Valerie buys a keychain as a memento. After the sun sets and the park is winding down, we head towards the exit with the rest of the crowd. Valerie leans against me, a wide smile on her face.
Amusement parks are even more fun than I imagined.
I chuckle. You're talking like you've never been to one before.
I haven't.
Say what now? I freeze, and she stumbles into me. Seriously? She blinks.
Well, yeah. It wasn't something we were able to afford when I was growing up.
I know they're a little pricey, but a basic admissions ticket is still only around 50 credits.
I know to most people that doesn't seem like much, but when you live paycheck to paycheck, every cent counts.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. She smiles gently.
It's okay. It's not something you think about until you're put in that situation.
We continue to walk in silence. Well, now I feel like a jerk. Valerie squeezes my arm reassuringly, but a mischievous smile spreads across her lips.
Does that mean you're going to make it up to me?
Yes. I don't have a choice, do I? Depends. Yes, I really want to do I don't have a choice, do I? I really want to do it. You know, when I have this option, I should just do it. I like how you phrase it as if I had a choice. Valerie grins.
You're a quick learner.
The conversation lulls as we exit the park and make our way to the hotel. Oh, we're staying overnight. Cool. So, where are we staying?
About that. Remember when you said you would make things up to me?
Yeah.
I want to stay in a love hotel.
I miss a step and trip, but steady myself. I'm sorry. I thought you said you wanted to stay at a love hotel.
That's right.
Didn't you already make a reservation at another hotel?
About that. Don't be mad.
What did you do?
Our reservation may or may not be at a love hotel. And by that, I mean it is.
I want to be mad. I really want to be mad, but I can't be mad. She did book a hotel, and now I'm just kind of trapped into saying yes either way. I really want to be mad, though, but I can't be. Valerie!
Are you really turning down a chance to go to a love hotel with moi?
I feel the heat rise in my cheeks, and I have to look away. Is she really suggesting... Noticing my blush, Valerie speaks quickly.
Don't worry, it's nothing like that.
Are you sure? Oh. I'm not sure if I should be disappointed or relieved. I'm gonna give you a hint here, dude. It's the first one.
I've just heard a lot about them and I'm really curious. But it'd be awkward to go alone.
No kidding. Well, I suppose we don't have a choice since you already made the reservation. And if I'm honest, I'm kind of curious about them too. Valerie smirks.
Plus, anything could happen.
I'm not ready for that kind of thing. Like if I had a motherboard. I don't think so. I'm making fun of her. It's my turn now. I grin. Oh yeah? Like when you have to add components to the sockets of your motherboard? Ha ha ha! Victory is mine! Valerie's face turns bright red. I managed to catch her off guard! Success! Her confident smile returns a second later. Oh, I'm about to get it back worse, aren't I?
Yes, exactly like that.
Maybe you can explain that to me again?
You'll just have to wait.
That's probably for the best. I'm a visual learner anyway. She bursts out laughing. Valerie leads us to the hotel. It's easy to spot right away as it's the only gaudy building shaped like a castle. When we enter the lobby, the first thing I notice is the small lingerie shop. I guess that's one kind of gift shop. Valerie stops in front of a poster advertising the different room options.
I picked this hotel specifically because it has so many options. Which one would you want to see?
I read a few of the more interesting ones from the list. 50 Shades of Gear, Battleship Room, Ramen Room, Naughty Classroom. I might... What? This is one weird place. Let's see here. We're gonna go Naughty Classroom. I hope you brought your ace uniform because you're about to go to detention. Valerie tries to keep a straight face.
If you like a girl in a school outfit, then classes at Ace must be torture for you.
Darling, you have no idea. I look Valerie up and down. Only my international bridging class. There's a real hottie in there, and she makes it really hard to concentrate. Valerie smirks.
Really? I have a feeling it's only going to get worse for you then.
I can feel the heat rise in my face as I imagine the possibilities, and they are endless.
Maybe next time we can stay in there, but I've already picked a room.
I kind of walked into that one and I knew it too. Why did you ask me which room I wanted if it didn't even matter? She smirks.
To learn about your little secrets.
That was a dirty trick. Valerie goes to the reception to check in, and we're handed the keys to our room. When we arrive at the room, Valerie opens the door and I step into Paris. The wallpaper is a backdrop of Paris, complete with the Eiffel Tower overlooking the wide bed. Our dining room table is reminiscent of an outdoor cafe, and Valerie takes a seat.
Pretty cool, right? It looks even better than the pictures.
It definitely is cool, but out of all the potential themes, Valerie chose Paris. I think she's feeling a little homesick. Are you missing home at all? She blinks.
I just wanted to see what their version of Paris would be.
Well, is it accurate?
Yeah.
She looks back at the Eiffel Tower.
My mom took me to see the tower once. It was the only time she took me to the city. Well, her and Louis. He paid for our trip, but he thought it was going to be a romantic weekend in Paris for just the two of them.
Joke's on him, wasn't it?
Mom wasn't able to find a sitter for me, so she had no choice but to bring me along.
That doesn't sound like it made for a very pleasant trip.
It was less than ideal, but I remember looking up at the Eiffel Tower and being in awe by how tall it was. It seemed to poke through the clouds, and I wanted nothing more than to go up to the very top.
Did you? She shakes her head.
They had other plans. It's on my to-do list, though.
Then you will do it. We can go to Paris together, and I'll take you up the Eiffel Tower. Valerie looks at me with a strange expression, as if she's trying to figure me out, before she smiles.
It's a date. Let's see what else this room is hiding.
After exploring more of the room, we discovered a slot machine in the corner. It's a very random addition and very out of theme with the rest of the decor. The minibar was actually a vending machine for condoms and lube. Whoa, that escalated quickly. Thank goodness Valerie wasn't standing beside me. My face was red enough without her teasing comments. Soon, we get ready for bed. I crawl into the bed on my side and Valerie crawls onto her side. We lie in silence, but I notice the gap between us is gradually getting smaller and smaller until Valerie spoons my chest. I throw my arm around her and she places her arm over mine. Thanks for bringing me to Paris. She flips over on her other side and faces me.
I'm glad I got to go with you.
I brush her hair out of her eyes and kiss her gently. Her sweet taste lingers in my mouth, and all I can think about is how wonderful and mysterious Valerie is. She's sweet but sharp, confident yet vulnerable, and I'm the only person who gets to see all the different sides of her. When I'm with her, nothing else exists. There's only us and the moments we create, like a picture or stillness in time. Why am I being timed for this? Je t'aimais. Valerie glances sharply at me and her cheeks flush, but she doesn't look away. She breaks into a smile which warms my soul and kisses me deeply.
Je t'aime.
Sorry I mispronounced that. Je t'aime. French is not my language, I'm sorry. A gentle stir wakes me. I blink open my eyes and see Valerie slipping out of bed. Where are you going? My voice is thick with sleep. Valerie grins and crawls back over to kiss my cheek.
It's time to wake up. We've got a train to catch, remember?
No. I'm not ready to leave the warm bed, but I reluctantly do so anyway. We both get ready in silence, but there's no awkwardness to it. After we check out, we pick up a quick breakfast and wait for the train. Soon, it arrives and we get on. Valerie leans her head on my shoulder. We spend the entire ride enjoying the comfort of each other's company. Once we get to my bike, I drop her off at Ace.
I couldn't have asked for a better way to end the week.
Me neither.
I'll see you soon, mon amour.
She kisses me one last time before heading back towards her dorm. After I watch her go, I drive back home. As I stand there, I suddenly feel so tired and so lost. Without thinking, I pull out my phone and dial the first name that comes to mind.
Long time no see. Haven't had enough of me yet?
Valerie, can we meet? She pauses. Concern replaces the playfulness in her voice.
Is everything okay?
I don't know.
Where are you right now?
At the hangar.
Okay, I'll be right there.
No. Wait. Do you think I could maybe go to you?
Okay.
She doesn't even bother with a playful retort. Do I sound that serious? Thanks. I'll be right there. We hang up, and as if in a daze, I make my way over to Valerie's dorm. She buzzes me in and greets me at her door with a wide smile, which turns into a worried smile as soon as she sees me. Without a word, she stands aside and lets me in, then leads me to her bed.
This isn't exactly how I expected your first visit to my room to go.
I glance at her roommate's neatly made bed.
She's out with some friends. What a wasted opportunity, huh?
I chuckle weakly.
So, what have you got in your hand?
I show her the drive. Valerie gives me a questioning look. It's the data to my core.
Your core.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we got that cleared up. What exactly is it doing out of Eagle?
Well... Valerie listens attentively as I explain everything I'd learned. Even though my story jumped from one part to the next and back, she let me do most of the talking and hardly ever interrupted with questions. After I finish, she stares at her desk.
I see.
I know it's a lot to take in at once.
I understand why you did what you did.
Really? She nods.
And I think you did the right thing.
A heavy weight seems to lift off my shoulders. I hadn't realized just how much I was worried I'd made the wrong decision until Valerie validated my choice.
But knowing that you weren't going to keep your core, what do you want me to do with the blueprints?
Delete it. I'd rather keep Dad's legacy alive. That's the reason I always keep the core in every route, and I keep the data on that thumb drive. Because your dad wants you to keep that alive and get it to someone who can use it for good. Nothing. She blinks.
Nothing?
Nope. Let's keep the blueprints, but don't let anyone know you have them.
It'll be our little secret.
But for now, don't try to recreate the core either. She pouts. Okay, that's a good reaction.
Aw, there goes your next birthday present.
She cracks a smile, and I can't help but smile back. I'm sure you'll think of something else. We fall silent. I'm sorry. I know I must be kind of a drag to be around right now.
A little bit.
I crack another smile. Gee, tell me how you really feel.
Hey, I'm just being honest. Honesty is the foundation of a relationship, after all.
She's not wrong, you know. Honesty. What would have happened if Dad had been honest with me about the core? Would he still be here? Would I have forgiven him? Maybe he was right to keep this from me. Valerie snuggles into my chest. Whoa, I'm back to reality.
Hey,
Hey,
he loved you, you know?
I don't answer.
I'm not going to pretend to know your father, but my guess is he had plenty of long nights debating the exact same thing you're wondering now. I don't know how many times I caught my mom seemingly staring at nothing while her coffee grew cold. Parents aren't perfect. They make mistakes too. But that doesn't mean they don't care.
She pulls away and looks me in the eyes.
Obviously, you have a lot of questions and want more answers, And that's okay, but don't forget we can't change what's already happened. It sucks that somebody else made this huge decision for you about your core, but at least you get to decide what happens next.
She's right. There's no point in being angry or hurt. I can't change what Dad did. I don't want to remember him as someone I'm unsure about. I want to remember him as the father who worked long days and even longer weeks, yet still managed to make time for his kids. When did you become an expert on parents?
I'm an expert on many things, especially when it involves making you feel better.
Are you sure I'm feeling better now? Her mischievous grin returns.
Let's check.
She throws her arms around my neck and kisses me. As she melts into me, we both fall back onto the bed and I give in to the warmth of her curves. Gently, she pulls away and smiles. I stare deeply into her blue eyes and feel a calm, like the salty spray of the ocean, wash over me. In this moment, I have clarity. It rinses away all my stress and fears. It's okay that I don't have all the answers now, because I'm looking at my future. And it is beautiful. Je t'aime. Holy cow. That ending, though. Was not expecting that kind of ending. I liked seeing that side of her. Let me know if you guys did in the comments down below. But that concludes it for the Valerie route. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel or have not done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below today as well, and make sure to ring that little notification bell. Feel free to follow me on social media. Links to those will be in the description down below, and stay tuned. The Uniroute will soon be coming. The last waifu, and some may argue, the best waifu. I'm going to check that out for myself, so keep your eyes posted here on the channel for it. Thanks so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.